you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Well, good day, everybody. Welcome to the show, Mike and Jay. Shalom, Biggie. Hello, Jay.
Gentlemen,
How are you, my friend?
very well, thank you.
Having a good day?
Yes.
Very good, very good. I've been walking around all day. Just going, 855 for my guys.
What?
I get jingles stuck in my head. You know the commercial? It's a commercial. I don't even know what it's for.
It's the purpose of the jingle, my man.
855 for my guys. Maybe like Windows or something.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Yeah. What's the other one? About what the fuck? I can't remember the one you make, like, you guys would go in there and be like, oh, make jokes about dick and balls or whatever what the story is. God damn it.
Yeah. Just
Save
dicks?
big
I mean,
money
or-
at
Yeah,
Menards.
Yeah, Menards. Save big money at Menards. Like, all those drive me nuts because I just hear it in the background. I'm not even in the room. 855 for my guys. And then remember you took issue, Jay, with the remember the little kid from the, and this was maybe one of our worst moments on the
maybe,
show.
yeah.
Insensitive, if you will. It's the Shriners ad
You know
that
what?
features little Alec.
Look, Shriners, stick to your fezzes and your mini bikes,
Yeah.
okay?
And I believe the point is like, for 11 cents, you could give this kid legs.
Yeah.
Stop being a dick face and give him legs, for Christ's sake.
It's kind of Negat Narbian. I think that's why he rubs me wrong. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Well, there was kind of an air of smugness to Alec and
Absolutely.
you know,
That's
which is,
it, man.
I think that's what you took issue with. Like, get over yourself, man, because he's walking around like he's hot shit, and he's the guy, he's the kingpin of the Shriners kids, and he's doing the ads now. And over the last few days, and it might have been airing for a couple months, I don't know, but they do these really long ads too, meant to pull on the heartstrings, and it's a holiday season.
Yeah, it's not like an
upon us.
infomercial, but it extends like 3 more minutes or something. I've seen
Wounded
those.
Warriors is
Yeah.
famous for this, and the Shriners, and boy, Alec is back with a vengeance. You can tell he's a little bit older.
This son of a bitch has an IMDb.
What?
Yeah. Alec Kabakungan.
Sure.
Yeah. Filmography. He was in Christine, the 2016 movie.
What did he play? Boy in wheelchair?
Played Stevie.
He played Stevie. I wonder
Absolutely
was
boy in
Steve-
wheelchair.
Was Stevie the halfback on the football team in the
No.
movie? No.
Wasn't the lead.
And I don't want to rag on Alec. I'm happy for him, but boy, oh boy, I've just seen snippets of the new ad, and I'm just like, boy, oh man, he's getting more smug. I mean, he's walking around like the cat's ass,
Really?
dude. Yeah.
You got it, E?
I told
I
E to
don't
find it if
really-
he could. Maybe he can, maybe he can't.
I mean, this
but-
isn't out with him, but I don't know that this is the one you're talking
God, he
about.
looks comfortable in front of the camera,
Oh
doesn't he?
yeah, absolutely.
Is he
Hey,
palsied?
it's
Do we
me,
know?
Alec. Everybody loves celebrating first moments. And if you're a parent or grandparent, you celebrate first birthdays,
God, he is
first
smug
words,
as fuck, isn't
first
he?
Yeah.
steps, and even the first time they go potty. Plus, if you're like my grandma, you probably give them a bunch
Look at him
of
just
kisses
rolling.
too. Love you, Grandma.
Love you, Grandma.
These are
The
special
multiple
moments
camera
for all
setup.
of us.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
beautifully
But
done.
just imagine how much more special these moments are for a kid who is told they never be able to walk. A kid just like Chris.
Hi, everybody.
Man.
God, the Shriners had to be thrilled to get a showman like Alec.
I know,
You know?
right? Such talent, just bursting with talent at such a young age.
I don't know where he comes back into
For
play.
over
Looks like
95 years, China's Hospitals for Children has helped more than 1.3 million kids. But these moments are only possible because of people just like you, who picked
Me?
up the phone and
What?
called the number on your
Yeah, just like you, Mike.
They're leading children's medical
There's the
needs
fez,
such
man.
as
Yeah,
right
yeah.
Stick to
your
the fez, my
community.
friend.
Hey, Ross.
Hey, Alec.
What a
Will you
ridiculous
support
hat!
China's Hospitals
The
for
fez is
Children?
the dumbest hat ever.
It's the dumbest hat ever, but it's dope as hell, too.
Like Sarah.
Keep coming. Good girl.
Your gift.
Good job,
Help
Sarah.
with these and many more
Put
for
some tennis
China's
balls in that
Hospitals.
walker, will
Go
you?
online right now to loveshriners.org and join with thousands of other caring people.
Even in the drawing of their
giving
logo,
over
there's a
$19
prominent fez.
Yeah, there it is, yeah, in the heart.
Walk
Yeah.
for the first time.
Everybody knows them by the fezzes and the mini bikes.
Can you? Does this close with Alec again? He's got to come back.
celebrate a child's first
Here
moment
we
with your first month.
That hat.
adorable. Love to the rescue.
Yeah, back it up, E.
blanket
We
as
got
a
to see the
reminder of all-
blankie.
This guy's a
send
natural
you this
pitch man.
I know he is.
First monthly gift right now.
When you do, we'll send you this adorable Love to the Rescue blanket as a reminder of all the first moments you are helping create. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for giving. Please call or
Yeah,
go
Mike.
online now.
Now,
If
back it up. I
opportunity-
want to point something out and ask you a question because a lot of these are for
Back it up to where,
10
like-
cents a day.
Sure.
You can, for the cost of a cup of coffee. Is there some shenanigans going on here when they say just 19 a month?
Is there wool being pulled? Just
Yeah, $19,
yeah,
$1,900.
Right, wampum? What are we talking about?
Exactly. Just 19 a month. 19 cents is a whole lot different to me than $19 a
19
month.
a month. Why wouldn't they put that? They think it cheapens it or something?
I
Makes
don't-
it just 19. Everybody knows it's $19, right?
You would think. I mean, just 19 a month. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I think they're just simplifying the logo.
And
you know?
if they get me to call 855-661-5683,
Or you can go to loveshriners.org.
right? But if I want a real person on the phone, I'm not saying. Hopefully, Alec would answer, but I don't know. if
Maybe
he
it's like a
will.
My Pillow situation where Alec could be wheeling behind
You
the
just hear him.
the customer service people.
Yeah, you just hear him in the
Yeah.
background talking really loudly about first moments.
First moments are special.
Wait, is that Alec in the background?
Let me put that son of a
Put
bitch
Alec
on the phone.
He's a natural. I want to speak to that superstar.
He's a pitchman.
So, but if I get on the phone and they go, and I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking about it. I was really touched by Alec. He's brilliant, by the way, on camera. And they go, okay, that'll be $19 a month. And then at that point, you look like a real asshole if you don't just sign up. If you're like, whoa,
Oh, I thought it was
19 cents a month, like for a cost of a cup of coffee a month. Like, I don't want to get into a fight with the Shriners over something like that. Like, all right, fine,
Yeah.
cheap fuck. You don't want to give a kid new legs? Fine. Whoa, $20 means that much to you a month.
Dude, if I'm you, I go hard for a Fez. If they're gonna get 19, 20 bucks
We're
out
gonna
of
send
you,
you that blanket instead of
like,
the blanket.
hey man,
I don't want
I'll
the
trade in the
blanket.
blanket. Send me a Fez, and we're good.
Yeah, I don't know if they would, but that'd be worth it.
Doesn't it look like his ears are holding his hair up?
Yeah.
It was just an observation.
Or he's got extremely heavy hair that's pushing his
Right.
ears down like that. You know what I mean?
They're struggling.
I don't know. He's a cute little guy, though.
He is a cute little guy. Is this like a Arnold from Different Strokes situation where that kid's actually like 68 years old?
Maybe,
You know, but he's
Benjamin
playing a
buttoning
kid.
it?
You know,
He's pulling a
Benjamin-
button.
He's pulling a button. Wool is being pulled here, I think, and with respect to Alec.
And they are using every tool in the toolbox. They've got him in a room with the fire trucks and the blocks.
Yeah.
They got kids. It looks like a happy place to be, but that it's on a serious note.
Sure.
Shows them in therapy and doing physical therapy and meeting with doctors who are all the best. But then just Alex just wheeling himself down the hallway, and there's just a guy in a fez reading a paper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
That's how it is over at the Shriners.
come on, by.
That's how it is.
Yeah, what is he reading the paper for? What's he doing there? That he's just reading the paper.
Who reads the paper anymore, let alone wears a fez while doing so?
I believe he gave a weird high five too. I believe it was like a left-handed to a
Really?
right-handed high five.
It's
There was
uncomfortable. Awkward.
something uncomfortable and awkward about it.
There it
See if you can
was.
find it in there, E. Just keep scrolling like you're doing. You'll see it.
it was after this.
No, I don't think so.
I think it was after this stuff.
Look, I think I was a little hard on Alec last time.
Gross.
Here we
here-
go. See, right? Oh, he's reading. Was it a book actually?
It's a book,
That
yeah.
makes more sense.
Okay, he's
All
reading
right,
a book. Fine, but why is he in the lobby of Shriners reading a book? Keep it where it is, E. I just want to see the high five. I
know,
don't need
I
to go
know.
back any further.
No, I wasn't going to. I was just trying
Kids
to.
right
share.
into your community. Hey Ross,
Hey, Alec.
when you support
I don't
China's
know.
hospital
Is it
for
left-handed to
children,
left? I don't. Maybe it's just the left-handed nature of it.
Yeah.
What I think more about it than
Because
anything is
it's kind of a dick move to do to Alec, because if Fez wearer extends his right hand, Alec can do the natural right hand instead of having to lean across his body left-handed.
This is very planned. Watch Alec. He anticipates the left
I
hand.
think
Does
more
he?
importantly,
Yeah.
what's disturbing
Very
to me
directed.
is that there's no
your community.
like. Why
Hold
did
on,
this guy
let's see
see
it.
him?
Hey,
See?
Alec.
Alec went first.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
he blew his line.
It's very planned. No, I think
Dude.
it was planned. I think you reach across like that.
No. Alec absolutely fucked this scene up.
I don't believe so. I think Fez wearer, it would have looked awkward for him to reach across. Look, it allows him to naturally extend his hand.
Yeah, no.
It's the way to go.
But
Director had it right.
I think they were saying Fez guy is going to extend his hand, and then Alec in turn will respond. Alec starts
He jumped the
responding.
gun. He jumped
He
the
jumped
gun.
the gun like he knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking that wasn't a natural moment. I'm thinking they set that up.
They definitely set it up. That's
You
what I'm
think
saying. Absolutely.
So they weren't
set
just
it up.
filming in a hallway with Alec rolling down it, and Fezwear just happened to be
I
there.
don't think so.
Okay,
It was directed. Yeah.
that was storyboarded.
That was storyboard.
Wow. See, Alec's so good. I don't know.
I know.
I can't tell sometimes.
Jesus, you've got some homework. You got to watch Christine, this movie from
I don't like
2016.
horror movies, though. It looks
Jesus,
like a
it's not a
scary-
horror movie.
Looks like a
The
scary
story of Christine Chubbuck, a 1970s TV reporter
Oh, no.
struggling with depression
Oh,
and
no.
professional frustrations
This
as
is
she
a
tries to
horrible
advance her
story.
career. Is it?
She's the one that pulled a gun out on the news and shot her face off.
All right, Jesus, you're watching that shit.
You know,
Right?
What? What?
Because
Sure.
Alec's in it.
Okay, yeah.
You got to know how he does, who he plays.
What role could Alec possibly play in that horrible, horrible story?
Detective,
Oh wait, that video, by the way, has
news
been.
director.
You think he was in the room? He's camera 2. Quick, he's got a lit cigarette. going.
Listen here, Christine. Get to work.
He's chain smoking the whole time because that's all anyone did in newsrooms in
Yeah.
the 70s. Yeah, that footage is gone. Like they have
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, they've. I'm almost positive that's the story.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lead up to that. Yeah.
And I
Struggling
think-
with depression and professional frustrations as she tries to advance her career.
You know what this is? I believe her hang up was that the news was not. It was the first signs of it getting away from being a news delivery service and more about like
Editorializing.
headlines and shock for like clickbait for I don't know what the term would be of clickbait in the 70s. Obviously,
Mhm.
that's an internet term, but
You are correct,
Wait
sir.
a minute, are you
Christine
sure? Is this the
Chubbuck.
movie? Is this the movie you're talking about, or is
Yeah.
it something different?
It's Christine.
I don't think
Christine
that's based.
Chubbuck was an American television news reporter who worked at WTOG in Florida. She's known for being the first person to commit suicide on live TV.
yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Can you imagine watching that newscast with the family one evening in 1977 or whenever that was?
Holy shit.
Yeah, and I think she was so when they talk about her professional frustrations, I think it was like this isn't fucking new. She wanted to report on actual like, the
Dude, I think I saw
Florida
this one time.
schools are falling apart and they're like boring. Fine, give me blood. If it bleeds, it leads. They were
Yeah.
kind of like that shit, and they were getting hammered by their competition. And so she'd had enough and literally pulled a gun out.
Dude,
on
I
camera.
watched this movie. I've seen this.
Did you see Alec?
I don't remember. I'll have
He
to
didn't have
watch.
a memorable role?
I don't know, but I know that I've seen this movie. I try to find more weirder movies on Netflix sometimes, so I just scroll like independent films and shit. I watched this.
On the morning of July 15th, 1974, Chubbuck confused coworkers by claiming she had to read a newscast to open Suncoast Digest, something she'd never done before. That morning's talk show host waited across the studio while Chubbuck sat at the news anchor's desk. During the first 8 minutes of the program, Chubbuck covered 3 national news stories and then a shooting from the previous day at a local restaurant, Beef and Bottle.
Oh,
The
great
film
restaurant.
reel of the restaurant shooting had jammed and would not run, so Chubbuck shrugged it off and said on camera, in keeping with Channel 40's policy of bringing you the latest in blood and guts and in living color, you are going to see another first, an attempted suicide. She drew the revolver, shot herself behind her right ear. Chubbuck fell forward violently, and the technical director faded the broadcast rapidly to black.
Can you
So
imagine?
grim.
I mean, the closest thing I can think of is that gay guy. Remember that showed up at the park or whatever
Yes.
a couple of years ago?
Facebook lived the shooting of
Yeah. The
a
cameraman.
on-site reporter and cameraman.
Yep. Doing a live hit at like 6 a.m. or something, and then went on the run. And another disgruntled gay guy with I don't know what is. He gave like a manifesto type thing. It was everyone else's fault.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
gay bashing or whatever that drove him to it. But crazy. Speaking of ads, and we're going to see a lot of really ridiculous ones, as we draw closer and closer to the holiday. Just wait till after Thanksgiving. But have you seen the ad for the Trumpy Bear?
No,
you heard about the
yeah,
Trumpy
I've heard
Bear?
about the Trumpy Bear.
Dude, I was
Haven't
one of
seen
those
the ad yet.
that had to go to Snopes just to see if this was even a
Real?
real thing. It was like, this can't possibly be real. Who the fuck is going to buy the Trumpy Bear? It's 100% real. And I haven't even seen the ad yet. I've read about it, but I guess it's airing on Fox News. You want to
That's
see
who's
it?
going to buy the Trumpy Bear, Mike.
Outside of DTRBM, like obviously if Dan is on your shopping list, I mean, he's probably going to be shipped a dozen Trumpy Bears this holiday season, but who else?
The wind whispered through the forest. A
looks like a
storm
parody.
is coming.
Yeah.
You cannot defeat the storm, From the trees rose a resounding voice. I fear nothing. I come when the trumpet sounds.
Gross.
I am the storm, the great American grizzly. Introducing the original Trumpy Bear.
Yes.
The
His
fearless,
eyebrows.
super plush
The hair.
American grizzly. Trumpy Bear was born June 14th, Flag Day.
Flag Day.
Just find the secret zipper and pull out the flag blanket. Then wrap yourself in the red, white, and blue for
Trumpy
comfort and warmth. Show your patriotism
Oh
and
my
proudly
God.
display Trumpy
Who
on
is gonna
Flag
hang
Day.
the Trumpy
And
Bear
on
from
any
a
American
flagpole?
holiday,
Yes.
Trumpy can even honor your own family heroes.
God bless America and God bless Trumpy Bear.
Trumpy Bear sits proudly at the front of the motorcycle for all the world to see.
Now
He
that-
loves to cruise with his brother.
That Harley
I'm a former
enthusiast.
Marine, and I'm proud to have Trumpy Bear ride by my side.
Are you?
Once a
That guy's
Marine,
probably not going to get made
always a
fun of by
Marine.
his
Everyone
riding
knows
partners.
Trumpy Bear loves to go to the
Going
golf
golfing.
course.
When I ride with Trumpy Bear, he makes my golf game great again. Thank you, Trumpy Bear.
Simply style his trademark hair and place him in his favorite chair. Even the toughest guys will love Trumpy Bear.
When America is great, business is great. When
Dude, look at that office. That's
It's a bear office, isn't it?
That's a-
Trumpy Bear.
definitely not a fake office at all.
I am proud to own the Trumpy Bear, and I will always be proud to be an American.
Order the super plush Trumpy Bear for only 2 payments of $19.95
Only 2 payments.
and receive a special
The
certificate
look
of
on Jay's face is
authenticity.
great
I
right
Don't
now.
can't
miss
believe
out.
this.
It's
Only a
great.
piece of American history. Order now for only 2 payments of $19.95.
It's $40,
Trumpy,
man.
the
2
most
payments of
fearless
$20
bear
is solid.
anywhere. Order now.
Plus SNH. Dude, this is just a company creating demand for just a dumb shit thing.
Yeah.
And people are going to buy that shit. They know
I
half
bet
the
they do.
country are Trump supporters. And
Well,
geez, if 1/16 of them just on a, as a gas, what the hell,
Dude,
know?
can you imagine?
Everybody has someone in their life who could get a kick out of Trumpy Bear.
there will be people that buy the Trumpy Bear to send to that person in their life that so despises Trump
Right.
they can't even
That
they
too.
cry
That
at looking
too.
at him. And you'll see videos on Christmas Day of people lighting their Trumpy Bear
Just
on fire in the
trigger 'em,
backyard. Yeah. You mentioned the company that made these, kind of creating a demand out of nothing for something. It's a Texas-based company called Exceptional Products Inc. And this is they own the copyright on Trumpy Bear, and this is what they do. The company describes itself as a direct response marketing company that specializes in creating nationally known brand names for new products using infomercials, direct response, television, and other marketing methods. But it's like, it's the thing of there's limited supplies and takes a couple weeks to ship out. So a limited time offer too. So if you want the Trumpy Bear, you better get on it now,
Yeah.
creating this kind of fake demand. And you get a certificate of authenticity stating that you've got an original, actual Trumpy Bear. So now it's like,
I got to get one.
now my wheels are turning like, oh man,
I feel like the studio should have one, right?
well, here's the thing. Like if I find out that 2 years from now it's like, oh man, that limited release of the Trumpy Bear, that thing's worth 10 grand
Right,
each
right.
now. It was a very limited run. It's like, for 2 simple payments of $19.95, Jay, we could have owned a Trumpy Bear.
If I find or hear the individual that has said that about me, I will pull your goddamn tongue out by the roots. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and it's just kind of cute enough, right? Where
Yeah.
you can see people buying that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at the hair, look at the eyebrows. He's getting a little tie and cuffs on.
Do we want a Trumpy Bear? Are we hoping, like, on our wish list for Christmas, someone sends us a Trumpy Bear?
Yeah, I'm not about to rear out Kickstarter funds for
Yeah.
said bear. However, I'm not going to turn it down if that son of a bitch shows up at the P.O. box.
Yeah. All right. If it shows up in a box, do we open the box or do we keep it sealed?
All right, yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're going to need 2 Trumpy Bears. One that we can pull out of the box and play with, and then one that we keep sealed and locked away from sunlight, damaging sunlight and all that, just in case it blows up and is worth a lot.
God, what a country, man.
I know,
Amazing.
Isn't it crazy? Speaking of ads, and if you're gonna get that job, if you're casting and trying to find the next Alec, like Shriners did, and you see him, he's
Like,
on
good
camera,
luck. Okay.
boom, pops immediately, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, this guy's made for this. You know what I mean? Like the talent is undeniable, the skill is
The
undeniable,
charisma.
yeah, it's all
It's
there.
photogenic as hell.
Yeah, it's everything is what you need, what you're looking for is there. But that's a very hard thing to find. Dudley, I think, had it in different strokes. There's been other examples as well. But I didn't know. Remember, we were ragging on Marisa last week for the text she sent about her birth. She mentioned her birthday.
I do remember that. Yeah.
We decided that it was not necessary to let us know that her birthday had happened to make the text work. So we accused her of kind of fishing for birthday compliments.
Pushing her birthday on us, yeah.
So anyway, she showed up the other day, scheduled. It was not, she didn't come over to yell at us for that. She did bring her own birthday cake, and
oh, nice.
I grabbed a candle, I put one in, and he goes, "How many more candles are we supposed to add?"
Yeah, what's the number of candles we're supposed to put down there, huh?
Fucking dick can't. He's got to take a swipe, know. And her daughter was here, and the whole time her daughter's sitting in here as we're talking and kicking the ball around, throwing the ball around the room, her daughter is just like, the look on her face is just like, ugh,
exasperated.
Adults.
Yeah.
Ugh, just not having it. She's laughing at a few things, but most of the time it's just like, fucking white adults. Jeez.
Now I got you.
Well, anyway, Marisa had been telling me about, she had a little, she wasn't Alec, but she had a starring role in some ads back in the day when she was younger.
Aware of that, yeah.
And so she asked me at one point months ago, "Hey, I've got this on cassette somewhere. I don't have a cassette player. I'd love to dump these. If I bring it over, do you have the ability to dump it down so I can listen to these?" I said, "Yeah, sure." So she brought the tape over. I have the commercials. Are you interested at all in hearing?
Yeah, absolutely.
The
spots.
spots.
Yeah, 'cause she was like 6 or 7, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was like a little sweet pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiny girl.
Tiny girl. We can judge her skill, her talent. To me, anything on this tape is fair game.
She said she did some car dealership stuff, and then she did like PSAs.
The ones I have, there's 3 of them, and they're PSAs about Halloween. And as far as I'm concerned, each year going forward at Halloween, we should replay these PSAs. And
they're that good, huh?
Oh, they're spectacular.
That helpful?
Hell yes. I mean, the guy driving it is fantastic. Marisa is, there's definitely talent there. And people are probably wondering, like, why would a radio station be doing these PSAs? Like, it makes sense if she's doing an ad for a car dealership, right?
Yeah.
Well, the reason is because when you get your FCC license, you have community standards.
Oh, God.
And a certain amount has to be beneficial to the public. So when you hear news reporters, you're like, well, why are they talking about the school millage thing?
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Like 15% of your newscast is supposed to be some beneficial
really?
element to the public. Yes.
I know you just threw out 15%, but even close to 15%?
We could look it up. I don't know, but
seems extraordinary to me.
He's right. Again, the percentage is just semantics, but there is a percentage that needs to happen. Like, he is right about that.
It's like the rules for Canadian broadcasting about having to play 15% of the music that airs on their radio stations has to be Canadian artists, which is why Bryan Adams is playing, and was it Nickelback?
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 89X has to have like a certain amount of Canadian-based artists play because it's a Canadian station.
A lot of times, I'm like, I can't fucking compete because goddamn, I'm gonna fucking play all these goddamn, Bryan Adams songs or whoever, whatever Canadian artist is out there, and that's just their version of the standards. And America's got their version and whatever. So if you watch Trudy do the news, like she would have her script, she would type it all out herself, but then she'd have like 3 pages of stories that she was going to do, and then after the show, she would cut those out, paste them onto another piece of paper, and file them away so that if the FCC or anyone ever came to check up, she could go, well, I did this story for the community. This story was for the community. Let people know the roads are closed on 696. I did my job. And so that's probably why these very, very necessary PSAs around the holiday time were being done at WCAR.
Sweet.
Would you like to hear them?
Yeah.
All right. Ready and go.
Because WCAR is with you all the way.
Mommy, this Halloween I'm going to wear a scary costume and go trick-or-treating and get lots and lots of candy and money.
Sounds like you're going to have fun.
Yeah, money?
But remember, Halloween is a time to be careful, too. You'll have the most fun if you remember these easy tips.
That's right, Mama. Encourage your trick-or-treaters to call on houses only in their own neighborhood. They should go only to those homes where there's an outside light burning to indicate a welcome for young ghosts and goblins. And with a few simple precautions, Halloween can be a happy time for everybody.
Oh, I know about those rules. They told me at school.
See, you can have fun, but make it a safe Halloween, too.
I love you, Mommy.
Dude, I can hear her in there, though.
Can you?
Absolutely.
Dude, I'm struggling to hear it.
Yeah.
Like
little raspiness. I don't know.
Is there a little Cindy Brady to her? Is there a little lisp I'm hearing in there? Just a touch?
Just a touch.
Yeah.
She blends some syllables there, as any child does.
Make things safe for your little ghosts and goblins.
Ghosts and
goblins. Only go to a house with a safe light on. Welcome your little ghosts and goblins.
I agree. I agree though. We should save these and make sure that we play them every year, just in case our listeners. We didn't do any PSAs this year like this, so our kids might not have known. Like,
well, and this was the 70s, but that doesn't change the safety needs of young ghosts and goblins each holiday season. So,
true.
Yeah. All right, E, we got another one.
Number
2.
23 with Bob Vernon.
Mommy, when can I go trick-or-treating?
This weekend, that's when Halloween is.
I think I'm going to dress up as a ghost and scare all my friends.
That's a good idea because then people can see you. And here are some other good Halloween safety tips.
That's right, Mommy. Make sure your trick-or-treater's wearing a costume of non-flammable material,
the way
which
he
is
says
light
mommy
in color.
is almost like
and easy to
disturbing.
see.
It's almost like you can picture him bending mommy over. Chick,
Dude,
this isn't really Maurice's mom, right?
I'm glad you said that because I asked her. I'm like, is that your mom? She's like, no. I mean, they obviously hired the best talent they could find, and this lady was it. And,
that's rough, mommy.
But yeah, don't you kind of picture Bob Vernon there bending mommy over?
Absolutely.
Like, that's right, mommy.
Yes.
Yeah. That's right, mommy. Back it up. I know there's something creepy about the mommy.
I don't know.
They make sure your trick-or-treaters wear
Idea because then people can see you. And here are some other good Halloween safety tips.
That's right, Mommy. Make sure your trick-or-treater's wearing a costume of non-flammable material.
You know the other thing about this, by the way, real quick, is she says, when do I get to go trick-or-treating? And she's like, this weekend. It just, I mean, like, was it really on Friday or Saturday? I guess I'd like to know if it was really on Friday or Saturday, because it seems like it's rarely on Friday or Saturday.
Well, we'll take their word for it that it was this weekend.
Light in color.
Yeah, and he's pointing out, make sure your kids don't got any flammable, non-flammable wear.
Is that an issue now? Non-flammable shit?
When was
I
the
guess
last
back
time?
in the day, dude, like that smock I described, Isis, that first costume I had, kind of that rubbery nylonish smock. Remember those things?
And then the plastic mask.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You could go as Vader.
Those are very flammable.
Oh, fuck yeah, they were. But if you can show me one example from 1979 back where there was a kid engulfed in flames walking down the street with a Halloween bag in his hands, I'd be like, all right, we need this. We need to warn them.
Well, and two,
non-flammable.
They hadn't implemented our PSA roll yet, so
yeah.
Kids
roll.
Don't know what to do at that point.
Yeah, if you're engulfed in flames, kids, roll, just roll. All right.
Do you want me to
just back it up a hair so we can hear him again?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, my friends.
That's a good idea because then people can see you. And here are some other good Halloween safety tips.
That's right, Mommy. Make sure your trick-or-treater's wearing a costume of non-flammable material, which is light in color and easy to see after dark. And
that's right, man. That's right.
Jack-o'-lanterns. With these few simple precautions,
back it up. God
Halloween
damn it.
can be a happy and a safe trick-or-treaters wearing a costume of non-flammable material, which is light in color and easy to see after dark, and urge the youngsters to be very careful around those jack-o'-lanterns. With these few simple precautions, Halloween can be a happy and a safe time for everybody.
Oh, yeah. Daddy said he heard that on WCAR.
That's because we want you to have a fun and safe Halloween.
He's a good daddy. I think I'll keep him.
She's good.
Got the Bee Gees. And the beef is your love.
Going into
Hell yes.
Doing a Bee Gees song. Marisa was on before a BJ song or Bee Gees song.
Awesome. She's got a little bit of Scotty McGregor in her.
Does
you
she?
hear it?
Yeah.
My name's Scotty McGregor. My name's Scotty McGregor. I show you my penis.
Right?
Thought, yeah.
Like she doesn't have that to play, that card to play.
There's no way she would have heard
but
Scotty
there's a
McGregor's
little bit of
material back
McGregor
then,
in
though.
there. I think she was playing off of McGregor.
You think she'd heard McGregor's material though?
No,
It wasn't
she's way
widely
older than me.
distributed.
She's way older than me.
Oh boy, that was
Uh,
a shot.
well, I'm just saying.
That was
you
a
know,
shot.
Based on how much candles she said she was
Marisa,
going to eat on the cake.
does, he acts like he's way younger than me too. So
Because I
relax.
asked,
Don't worry about it.
When I asked how many candles she said, I said,
9
so
months.
what, 4? Like one more? I'm like, should we have like 30 more? 40 more? And she's like, yeah, 40.
Sure.
She didn't stop. She didn't say yes. So
Did you ask her 50 more?
Oh, it might be 50.
We do have one more. We can hold it. We can play it. It's up to you,
Play it.
Jay.
Let's hear it.
You want to hear it? Okay.
Now see if you hear some
Mommy, are
McGregor.
you going to
See if you hear some McGregor.
on Halloween?
Mm-hmm. That way all your friends will know they can come here for trick-or-treating.
Well, can I come trick-or-treating here?
I'll show you my
Sure.
penis.
Sure.
And
Pause
here are
it.
some other ideas to help.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we could get Marisa calling us and just go,
I'll show you my penis.
See, I think if you listen closely, she said it there.
did she?
Yeah. Play it again. E.
By the way, is it a little selfish of this fucking white kid? Like, it's not bad enough that you're going to hit all your neighbors for candy. You want to trick or treat at your own house? The other one,
I did.
You did.
You never trick or treated at your own house?
I always went to our own house. I always thought it was
you just
funny.
took candy out of the bowl. You didn't trick or treat.
But
Right,
it wasn't
knock
formal.
on the door.
It wasn't formal. It was at the end of the night when you'd come back. You'd be like,
Yeah.
trick or treat. Hey, Mom, we're back. You know, give us the rest.
I mean,
Absolutely. Come
kind
on,
of
Mike.
unoriginal.
I don't
too.
believe that you
she wants
didn't,
to
by
be
the way.
she wants to be a ghost for Halloween. She can't wait to make all this money.
Mhm.
The fuck is this?
Yeah.
Who was getting money outside of that weird house on the end where the guy would put 5 pennies together in a
Yeah. That was
thing?
troubling. Wasn't
Oh, it was horrible. Horrible. Anyway, go ahead.
Mommy, are you going to turn on our porch light on Halloween?
Mm-hmm. That way all your friends will know they can come here for trick-or-treating.
Well, can I come trick-or-treating here?
I'll show you my penis.
And here are some other ideas to help make Halloween safe and fun.
Yeah.
That's right, Mom. To make Halloween a safe and fun night, encourage your trick-or-treaters to accept only wrapped or sealed treats and remind them to wait until they return home before eating those treats. Any suspicious-looking food items should be taken to your nearest police station.
Did you hear that on WCAR?
Mm-hmm. They want us to have a safe Halloween just like your daddy and I do.
I love you and Daddy really much.
Really much.
Love it.
That's a mistake, by the way.
Really much?
Really much?
It's cute, Mike. It's cute.
Yeah. Do you think they
Mommy,
kept?
are you-
Do you think they kept that in on purpose?
What? I'll show you my penis.
No, not that. Yeah, no, I don't
I
think
love
that
you
was-
really much. Yeah,
I
because it was
love you
cute.
really much.
Absolutely.
Even though it's wrong.
It's cute.
Yeah. Because you would think it would just be like, okay, your last line is, "I love you very much. I show you my penis," and she just ad libbed, "I love you really much," just dramatically as wrong as you can get, honestly. But
That's good stuff. I
That
hope
is
she
good
got
stuff.
paid a ton because she did a hell of a job.
I'm sure she did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. So you guys remind us next Halloween.
Oh, for
because
sure.
Jay and I will forget for sure. This is our best chance of remembering, but those we really need to hit those hard.
Because the Halloween season is gone before you know it.
Absolutely. And you little ghosts and goblins out there.
You little ghosts and goblins.
Make sure your caddy's wrapped properly or ugh.
Hey, everybody. Steve Gabarra, the hottest sales staff in Oakland County, are excited about Zott Ford's Black Friday Sign and Drive Zero Cash Due event going on now. Lease a new 18 Ford Fusion as low as $121 a month, sign and drive Zero Cash Due. Or lease a new 18 Ford Escape as low as $141 a month, sign and drive Zero Cash Due. How about leasing a new 18 Ford Escape as low as $188 a month, sign and drive Zero Cash Due. Finally, lease a new 18 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4 as low as $212 a month, sign and drive Zero Cash Due.
Hey, I just looked at my phone, Jay, and news is breaking.
Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, it's always every story is breaking news
What's
nowadays.
occurred, Mike? What's occurred?
Well, hate to do this, but 95-year-old Stan Lee has passed away.
The Spider-Man.
Marvel
Creator.
Was he not? Is he not creator of Marvel? But he wrote.
He did Spider-Man. I know that, and he did some others.
I think he
but
did a lot of others.
Did he?
Yeah, Marvel Comics legend behind the
Captain America, maybe. I don't know.
comic book legend behind Marvel dies at 95. Marvel superheroes creator. Yeah, so I don't know, but he was having all kinds of problems with his family.
Oh, Stan.
Yeah, his wife died, I think, and then it was like his sister and her shit husband were trying to gain control of his money. I read this big long article on it, and it was like he's trying to claim he's not nuts. They're claiming he's nuts and losing his mind.
Yeah.
So we need to spend all his money.
There are billions at issue here.
Oh,
This
yeah.
comic book shit is amazing. Lee is most well known as the creator of several comic book characters such as Spider-Man, Black Panther, the Avengers, X-Men, and many more. Yeah, those would be some of the big ones. How
Those
about
are-
Alpha Flight, man? What about Alpha Flight?
Don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
He started the mammoth Marvel Comics giant with Jack Kirby in 1961. Then,
Why don't we know Kirby's name?
Yeah, right.
You know,
right. Since then he's not only it's like the who was the guy from Disney?
Oh shit.
Yes, the Mickey Mouse creator.
Herb Iwerks.
Herb Iwerks.
Oob Iwerks.
Oob Iwerks, yeah.
Oob Iwerks, who actually drew Mickey Mouse the first time. And, there's no, we're going to Oob Iwerks land this weekend. Or Oob Iwerks world this weekend.
He was instrumental in the start of Disney Studios.
I had zero interest in watching it the other day, but apparently like ABC had some big like thing the other day, like 50th anniversary or whatever it was of the creation of the mouse. And the only thing though I would have watched it for is to see if they even reference the fact that Walt Disney did not create that mouse.
And did they?
I don't know. I didn't watch it. That's what I'm saying. No, but I'm just saying like but I had no interest in watching it. But if I had watched it at all, that would have been the only reason to see if he just got screwed out of that.
Yeah,
sure he did.
Well, what are the Marvel? Because they're making those movies every other day. There's a new one that comes out. what are they going to do? Because one of the staples of those movies is that Stan Lee makes an appearance somewhere in the film.
Oh, does he really?
Oh, yeah. And every one of those, Stan Lee comes in and delivers maybe the most horrific line ever delivered on camera. He's awful, but it's gotten to, like, it's a joke now. And so he makes one quick, like, one-liner, and they show him in the thing. So
that's like that's like Opie Cunningham having his brother in every movie he makes.
Totally.
Did you see him in Solo?
I absolutely did. Yeah.
He's in every
Was
one.
he in the jail scene or something? He was coming out of a jail.
Yeah, he was kind of in that bar area where the robots were fighting.
Yeah.
Well, those movies are all CGI anyway. Can't they just fucking place him in there? I mean, do they really? Does he need to be?
See if you can find an example of Stan Lee in one of those movies, so you can see what I'm talking about.
Where he
Jay.
just wanders up and he seems so out of place. It's like
it jumps off the screen because it's so out of place and the acting is so bad, and it's like he's, the guys, the stars are walking on the street and he's selling newspapers at a newspaper stand in New York. Yeah, I'll get the Daily for 10 cents. You're like,
that's
okay.
Weird. White-haired old man selling newspapers. Yeah.
Yep. See the bus driver. It looks like he might be this says Stanley cameo in Infinity War. So I'm guessing he's like, looks like he might be the bus driver.
I need you to cause a distraction. Holy shit! We're all gonna
What's with you kids? You never seen a spaceship before?
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's an example of it.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty decent one. Usually it's just his face close up on the screen. It's odd, but it's their thing. So I don't know if they would continue making movies without that element of them. Maybe they will.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to shut down the billion-dollar franchise. Well,
we lost
Stan Lee's dead.
Yeah. Hey, wanted to mention Big Easus. Is it this weekend you have your big competition?
It is
going on at the Townsend
for his recital.
Yeah, his recital,
right.
yes.
The recital.
Yes. And we've seen his shoes in the car. I mean, he's taking this seriously. He's been dancing with Tara for weeks now.
And he went to Kohl's the other day to buy pants. We know
Right,
that. How did that go, by the way? Do you buy pants? Like, do you go try them on and everything? Or
I
you
did.
You just grab a size like, yep, 36-30.
No, I try them on.
Yeah.
I don't. I like shopping, so it doesn't really bother me. But
well,
that's just a little PSA. Everybody should wash shit after they buy it, right? Because Easus is free balling it into those pair of khakis.
Absolutely.
I do not free ball. I always wear boxers. I would not want to walk around like that.
Tara, at one point, who's his dance partner, they've been raising money and they're doing well, raising some money for SOS.
Well, they're quite well.
Yeah. We are leading.
They're leading the bunch, so. And we told E we're not going to push it hard on our show because we don't want to do that to the listeners. He wanted to do something else in February, so we're like, save it for then. But people have delivered, and they're the leaders right now. Well, back a few months ago, Tara knew that D-Mac was coming in here and doing some shows, and that we were hanging out with him and stuff. And she had asked for a different charity if we could get something signed by him. And then we didn't see Mac for a while, so we were like, yeah, she brought over this beautiful, like, legit Darren McCarty jersey.
Yeah, she did it right.
She did it
go
right.
to Meijer and get a shit jersey.
Yeah.
It was
These are the hand-sewn, like, awesome home Red Wing red Darren McCarty jersey. And so he was over this weekend, and since it didn't go to this charity that she was hoping to use it for a few months ago, she's got these things, and I was like, oh, we'll have Max sign him when he's here. And he did. He did these awesome autographs on him. Great signature, Stanley Cups with the years. I mean, it's really cool. And so she was like, hey, if you guys want, we can auction one of those items off.
Yes.
So I guess the best way to do it is, because it is all the money goes directly to the South Oakland shelter to feed homeless, especially at the holiday season here. And so we've got the jersey, and what we're going to do is, if you go, it's ericfady.com, right?
Correct.
ericfady.com. He's got his page there where you can donate. And so from this moment on, and I believe it ends Friday or Saturday.
It ends on Saturday. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have this end on Friday, just so I can do it Friday night or whatever.
And shut it down like Friday at midnight or something. Or what are you gonna do?
Sure. Yeah, we'll say that Friday at midnight.
Okay. So anybody that donates $25 or more, ericfady.com, $25 or more, he will know by the timestamp whether it happened from this time forward. He's going to take all those names, put them in a hat. So for $25, you've got a chance. He's just going to draw a winner's name, and that person will get this
he will
jersey.
be doing a practice drawing too.
Oh,
so that
obviously.
The official drawing will be absolutely spot
and I will,
on.
And I will say
For sure.
when I like to, just because I'm a attention whore, I'll do it on Facebook Live so everyone will know there's no shenanigans. But I will
practice drawing and
but
the
again,
official.
yes, again, of course there'll be a practice drawing.
Yeah, dude, if you were to fumble the actual draw, we
I know.
would
What if I
such
dropped one or
assholes.
something? Or I mean, who knows?
Can't have it.
Right.
Cannot have it. That's why it's necessary. We do our practice drawings every time, and without fail, and it's just worked. We've not, and the proof is in the pudding, Jay. We've never fumbled an actual drawing. You know what I mean?
Actuals go very smoothly,
including when we were at the trivia and we did a practice drawing, and someone walked up thinking they had won.
Yeah. But we clearly stated it was a practice
It
drawing.
was stated very clearly.
Yeah, that could be a bummer.
Yeah.
Maybe to an extent for
Well,
the practice drawing
but
winner.
what would
But
be
you can
more of a
always
bummer?
say you won the practice drawing, so you have that.
Preseason champs.
There's that. Yeah. It's like just think of a singer before he hits the stage doing his vocal warm-ups backstage.
Right.
We show those off. We're very transparent about it, and to this point, knock on wood, we've never fumbled the actual drawing of a winner's name. So I can't imagine there will be too many people. So it's like it'll be good odds.
Yeah.
That you know drop your name in the hat and you could win a beautiful autographed Darren McCarty jersey, one of the hand sewn ones, not one of the iron-on shit.
It's lovely.
There's 3 benefits.
And we'll post pictures of it too.
There's 3 benefits there. 1, you have the chance to win this awesome jersey. 2, you're giving money to a charity.
Nah, they just want the jersey.
And, no, but the third is, if you're listeners, I really want to retain this. I didn't know that we would have a chance this year, but I want to retain the most raised again.
Hardware, baby.
Yeah.
It's all about the hardware.
I fear there's some shenanigans going on.
My
people lying in wait.
I'm not ready to declare that wool is being pulled.
I would agree.
But E's got competition, and last year things got ugly. If you remember, there was a chick, and they had to make some videos attacking E, and E put the fucking hammer down on this.
Got pretty
broad.
intense.
She was not happy. It was, I mean, cut it with a knife. The tension in the room, night of the dance. She wanted to win that trophy for most money raised, and E was not having it, and put his foot on her fucking throat. To the point, I don't even think she's involved this year.
He did, but some might say she won the actual dancing competition because they felt, I don't know,
well, I'd rather have the
bad
most
for
money
barely
raised.
losing money raised.
Well, she maybe was an executive at Channel 4.
Maybe.
Yeah, that
they had
also,
a camera crew there that made the news, so they did not want to put
that
on the
B-roll
news.
was already shot before they knew who won, I think.
They didn't want to put on the news and announce that Big E from the Detroit cast won and not their fucking, executive. So whatever, E had that title. So one of the girls that he's dancing against, one of his rivals this year, happens to be a former San Francisco 49ers cheerleader.
And, so she can shake her ass.
Oh God, hell yeah! And she still looks good. I think she's like 30 or something. So it wasn't like she was dancing in the 70s. You know, she was dancing relatively recently. But E has been very, very troubled because E, believe it or not, works hard. On the side, behind the scenes, doing his dance lessons, getting his routine, trying his best not to get hard with Tara in the middle of a dance.
Obviously.
And he's raised a lot of money for them and takes it very seriously. And what is her take at this point, E? What is her
hanging on the goose egg at this point?
Wow, Angel.
Wow. So she hasn't even covered the cost of her free dance lessons yet.
I mean,
she's posting the stuff. She's on part of the social media pages, showing that she's dancing.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a tweet, I think, with her like, "Oh, here's my partner," and we're like, "Angel, gotta raise some money, Angel."
I smell.
Mike has a worry
Dude,
here,
I'm very concerned because if Angel talked to organizers of SOS and previous dancers or dance teachers, this could be something that is bubbling under the surface in this whole event. Going, look, if you go hard and try to really, be vocal about how much you want to win the money raised thing,
it could
just
get bad.
Be aware.
We've seen what happens when you lock horns with Big E.
Yeah.
Are you suggesting maybe Angel's doing an end run?
I don't know what Angel's up to, but I find it impossible to believe that she has raised $0. And my fear is they go, listen, Angel, if you go hard at him, it doesn't turn into a friendly competition anymore. He will destroy you. He will use his platform. He will insult you, your family. He will take shots at you that are way over the line.
Might drink piss.
Drink piss for $5 increments.
He will drink his own piss or shit on the cement outside the house. Anything is possible with this man, and we can't stop it because he makes a shitload of money for us. And so you do you
I like that you say we can't stop it because they're like, we'd love to stop it, but I mean the numbers.
Dude, last year when I went to the Townsend and I was talking to Ryan, and the first thing I was like, hey, Ryan, good to see you. I was like, so you excited? He's like, I'm just really, really hoping Eric comes out wearing clothes. It's an honest concern, and he's like, I'm willing to risk it. Just
it's a wild card
because of he is an absolute wild card. They know he doesn't give a shit, and he's shameless. That's a dangerous combination.
Well, and then this year with the Risky Business song, I mean, it calls for tighty whities.
Yeah. Do you think he would have the balls to do like a Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake Super Bowl moment and do a nip slip with Tara?
You never know. I mean, if you
what if we did it? Tara rips your thing off, and you've got the jewel on your nipple.
Yeah, that could
awesome ending.
That would be kind of funny, I guess. Actually, I don't know.
If that's not the definition, folks, of risky business, I don't know what is. So here's my fear, and tell me if you think this is baseless. Is it possible?
It is possible. I know where you're going.
She's got a side thing going. She's collecting a pot here,
and then
bam, boom. Take that, motherfucker!
And because you're gonna drop a bomb on Saturday night, or Saturday afternoon when it ends.
And
maybe
the reason this popped into my head is I remember what it was like to be on eBay, and it's like well, there's 2 days left to bid, and there's some fucking guy, some sniper just lying in wait.
Yeah.
He's got his gun ready to go, and it's like 10. I can't believe I'm
this
gonna
is a Nikki Sixx fake base.
Oh my god!
Right?
It's my fingers crossed. It's 10% possible. It's a real base. I don't
purported
know.
to be Nikki Sixx's base.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it for $40. This is amazing. For
people
$40.
People have said it's Nikki Sixx's base.
5, 4, 3, 2. Whoa! $8,000. Fuck.
Right.
Well, here's the only problem with this tact by Angel.
Yeah.
Ryan would be big time against this because
Why?
what it does is it shuts down the competition.
Right. That's
Last
a good point.
year was he had to be sitting there just licking his chops.
Oh, dude.
These two teams went back and forth,
It would have
challenging
ended
each other.
last year. It would have probably ended around 10,000. It would have gone a little higher, but if you remember, we did the 24-hour thing that ended up getting them past 10,000. It would have not have ended, but it would have slowed way the hell down.
Yes.
Except that.
What did you get up to?
27. Like it went another 17 because of the fact that chick ended up,
she pushed
me.
She did, and she was livid at the end of that. She wasn't pissed.
Dude, she wasn't happy that she lost either of those, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah.
But
and so with it, you might be right. Ryan might look at this and go
really poo-poo that.
Well, I want the open competition, but if she dug her heels in,
she did it on the slide.
She could though. He can't stop her from doing it.
If he's going, I know what you're doing. I smell something amiss here. She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't care. And she's a stubborn hot chick, used to getting her way, and puts her foot down, and then just like last minute, wham, and overtakes it. What's Ryan gonna do?
Well, I've said
nothing.
I've said that if. Just me. I'm not running the charity, but if it were me, I might send an email saying, "Look, you are getting lessons, and there's a night with free food and open bar, and you better at least have $200 in there or something."
You at least have to pay for your lessons in your bar tab. Come on.
He's concerned is, I'm raising all this money just to pay for all these free things these guys are getting who aren't raising shit.
Right. Exactly.
It's not going to feed any homeless people because I'm paying for all their free drinks and meals.
Angel's gonna sit at the face and get shit faced on no money raised.
A night at the Townsend on Big E. Yeah. Seriously.
She already was a damn cheerleader. She's got plenty of dudes trying to impress her. She should be able to raise some goddamn money.
And that's the thing. As a Niners cheerleader, and you could NFL or NTL cheerleader anywhere, but the 49er Gold Rush cheerleaders, you would think they would have a fan base where you could be like, hey, Niner Gold Rush, it's your former teammate, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to raise money for this homeless shelter in Detroit. Like,
well, the other thing
Niner Nation, hey, faithful, support. Like, you could be slamming the Niners.
Well, no offense, Mike, to Angel, of course, but there's like 8 of those every year.
Yeah, but if you threw up a picture of you shaking your ass back in the day, people would be like, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, I wanted to bang her. I remember that with the palms.
I give her
right.
$20.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
And my grandpa is convinced the Niners got to be a legit team when the Gold Rush joined.
Is that right?
I believe it was 1978 the Gold Rush joined, or 79 or 80, something like that, and they won the Super Bowl the next year. And he absolutely, as much as he gives credit to Joe Montana's and Dwight Clark's of the franchise in those early days, the Gold Rush he thought was very, very important to that, legitimize them.
Yeah, the Pride has had a similar effect here in Detroit for the Lions, right?
Sure has, yeah. So that's why I'm like, hot chicks, dude. You see hot chicks. We used to laugh about it on social media. People are like, oh man, wishing everyone a happy Halloween this season or happy holidays. And it's like, why does that have 900 comments and 8,000 likes? All from guys.
Because you're dressed as a
You're so
slutty
sweet.
blank.
Only you would think to wish everybody a happy holidays. You're an angel. Love you, gorgeous. Heart, heart, heart. You're like, dudes, settle down. Are you typing with your hard dicks right now?
Right,
It's absurd. So my point is that girl could easily go on and raise that kind of money. So just, I don't want to see you wallowing in your own tears, Isis, this weekend if that happens to you. You've been
try
warned.
not to, but what are you gonna do?
You mentioned D-Mac a moment ago.
I did.
We were texting yesterday, and he indicated that he hid something in my chair. Now, I've not pulled this chair apart. What the fuck is he talking about?
No
I mean,
idea.
he threw that out specifically. He's like, hey, bro, you see what I hid in your chair, your chair.
Yeah.
Not on your chair.
Here's the thing. McCarty loves collecting goats. He collects goats.
He's fucking with me, huh?
Like it's his job.
Like it's his job. He loves goat collecting, and he knows. Like my headphones say my name. E's say his name. Jay's headphones just say mine. Like no, and Isis and I know. Like when people come in here and they just like randomly decide to sit down, it's like whoa, that's Jay's seat. Don't sit there. That's Jay's microphone. Don't even look at it. Those are his headphones. Mine, clearly written on the top.
It's clear.
Don't touch them. Those are these my headphones? Are these yours?
There's
no.
Jay's old you can use.
Mine. And
All
so
caps.
you could say that to anybody. Girl comes in, it's like, hey, bitch, get the fuck out of Jay's seat. Guy comes in, bro, out. That's the king's throne. Get out. Don't get near it. Because Jay knows, like, dude, I had this piece of paper sitting here at a 90-degree angle when I left here on Thursday.
Why is it turned?
Why is it at
3
8?
degrees?
Can you tell the housekeeper to get the fuck away from my shit?
Yeah, the housekeeper really
does a number on you. Oh. Yeah, it's bad. It's ugly. And so
D-Mac doesn't give a fuck.
D-Mac doesn't give a fuck at all. He
doesn't.
comes in and he sits down, and E and I immediately go, "Jay's not gonna be happy about that." And he's just like, "Well, Reg is gonna have to deal with it." Reggie the Republican. And he kicks back. He can't wait to put your headphones on.
Yeah.
He can't wait to lick your microphone.
Does he fart on my microphone and
He
stuff?
hasn't done that. We haven't seen a butt Mac
There was
yet,
suggestion of ball rubbing the other night.
Is that right?
Oh yeah,
but it didn't happen. But that I saw. But
yeah.
there was
Well, he likes to do that too. If you're like, dude, Jay's not gonna be happy. Well, then I'll pull my dong out and wipe it on the microphone. It's like,
I'll rub
whoa,
this
he'll quit.
4-time Stanley Cup dong over this mic. What do you think about that?
And so E and I are not in the position to threaten or attack.
I'm just gonna
Darren
sound a
McCarty.
little bit further, from the mic
Yeah.
today, until I have time to clean this fucker off.
But I think what you were seeing in text form last night was an attack on your goat, and I'm telling you,
So
I was
there's
here the
nothing
whole
there.
time.
There's nothing there. Hid something in my chair. He's very specific.
Unless he's a magician that I'm not aware of.
Sorcery.
And some of those moves on the
Sleight
ice
of
would
hand?
suggest that he's quite magician-like at times when he needs to be. But I'm thinking this is a goat-getting attempt and nothing more. Yeah. E, would you back
I
up?
didn't hear or see anything, so that's all I would guess. I don't even know how you would put something in these chairs.
By the way, good luck finding out what I fucked with in your seat. Wait,
Oh, well,
okay,
see,
he could have
fucked
said
with
just
is-
sitting in my seat. He fucked with something.
That
Well,
yeah, he probably did do that.
Yeah, maybe.
Fucked with in your seat.
Did you look at
By
your
the way,
notes?
good luck finding out what I fucked with. You know what, dude? This ad box over here stank to me when I opened it up this morning. Did he pee in there or something?
Oh, he might have.
Honestly, it smells musty and piss-like.
Wow.
Doesn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah. I don't see any liquid, but I don't know how fast McCarty pee dries. I mean, he could have a faster than normal drying pee. I don't know.
By the way, good luck finding out what I fucked with in your seat.
And you couldn't let that go. And as he was attacking your goat, you started to attack goats.
Well, I said you lowered it about 19 inches, a Hasek dick length. I noticed that.
Yeah. And then you started attacking the members of his team.
Did not?
You absolutely did.
I did not.
That was a shot and a goat getting attempt, the emoji cracks.
Yeah.
You know. The
These
team,
guys, look, I'm on a
Darren
fucking
McCarty team.
Oh my God, they over emoji. I've never sent an emoji. That's the truth. Ever in my life, I've never sent an emoji.
Your phone has though.
My phone has with Sweet Pie. Sweet Pie will line up 80 of those things.
And I don't know.
I personally have never sent an emoji.
I don't know you to be a dishonest person, so I am forced to believe you. But I have received emojis from your phone, and I'm
yeah, and
fine.
also, hi Mike, how are the poopsies?
Yeah,
Right?
they're good. And then I get a poops emoji.
What are you eating today? Do you have more popsicles? Right?
Yeah.
That's the sort of
which would be way out of character as far as like a text from you.
Right.
Hi Mike, do you have any more popsicles?
Right.
Very sweet pie-ish.
Yeah. So Tim chimes in with a prayer, a fist, and a heart.
Yeah.
And
What is he
man-
saying there? Like, God bless you. Congrats on the sobriety of 3 years, and then a fist bump like we're bros.
Yeah, but you
Heart
know what,
like
dude?
we're love.
Here's the thing. D-Max started it with googly eyes unnecessarily, with just
Oh.
like eyes, two eyes looking to the side.
What was in his head? What can we
I
speculate?
don't know, man. Not your fault. Like Tim's like, hey, sorry I couldn't be there. Not your fault. You have a life, bro. I missed you, but we will do it again soon. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. And then he did the eyes.
Yeah, that's an unnecessary emoji.
And then Tim chimes in with the prayer, the fist, and the heart.
Yeah, Tim is known for those.
And then Perry chimes in with a big fucking thumbs up.
Yep.
And I was just like,
So at this point, his team is having a full discussion with you and I on the thread, and they're in full emojis right now.
they're just emojiing
They're
each other.
emojiing each other.
So I said, y'all some emoji using motherfuckers. And then I said, and I spell this out. I do this. This is my new thing.
Yeah, this is where the goat getting This is where the goat getting attempt was taking place.
This is my new thing, and I'm warning you, this is gonna stick. I'm spelling out names of emojis.
I love this.
I'm spelling black thumbs up, comma, eggplant, comma, balloon launch.
That's a lot of work.
It's so worth it though.
And then whenever I chimed into this, I was like, mean devil face, comma, eggplant. Yeah.
And D-Mac didn't know what eggplant was.
No, he didn't know.
And so I had to fill him in about black dicks and how we learned a very, very valuable lesson on show one day when we searched hashtag Eggplant Friday.
Oh, God, we did.
And then Tim, he saw what you were attempting to do with his goat, with your goat, or his goat, and so he lashed in a way that was borderline criminal.
A beturbaned man with lasers coming out of his head, and I almost seized.
Yeah. And I know Tim listens to the show on a regular basis.
He knows.
He knows. You can't go to Tomorrowland, dude. Not at night.
Tomorrowland! Let's hear it, Tomorrowland! Get your hands together, Tomorrowland!
You will seize, and it will not be good if you do that.
I'm marginally epileptic.
And self-diagnosed. And I as well. Tim has on numerous occasions sent me something like he's just wants. I'm like, hey, can you be here at this time? And instead of just going, yeah, be there. It's like, hell yeah,
all this shit,
laser show, and I'm like, fuck, I'm seizing.
Yeah.
I have to turn it off and shut it off, and so he knows that about you. So he's attempting to get your goat there. And then I believe it continued a little further even.
Well, everybody's calling me Reg,
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. McCarty started calling me Reggie Republican.
Yeah.
And frankly, D-Mac, as I said, I won't affirmatively fight the name Reg, but I will point out that Mike is by far the closest thing to a Republican in the room. Talks about voting straight ticket every election, and rumor has it he even voted against legalizing weed. And then I spelled out Black Fist.
Wow, that was
He spells out Black Fist. And then I think I did.
You got very defensive.
Well, I got defensive, but then I was accused of something, and I joined in. I saw what you were doing with writing out the emojis.
Yeah.
And I think I did female.
Yeah, he did emoji of lady making shrugged shoulders and tilted head. He spelled that out.
Y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
I do.
Like, man, that might have been me. I don't know. Man, what are you going to do?
That's technically an emoticon, isn't it? Emoticons are made with the keyboard strokes.
You getting into the weeds on this?
Dude, I think that's the difference between emoji and emoticon.
It's used the same way the heart and the prayer hands are.
Understood.
And Black Fist.
But is there an emoji of the lady actually doing that? Or are you imagining like hyphens and dashes?
Oh,
and
no. Pink shirt,
okay.
Blonde hair.
I've not seen this young lady.
I don't know if you can make her black or not. I'll show her to you. See if my description was on.
Emoji of lady making shrugged shoulders and tilted head.
Yeah.
He described
this
it
one, I know.
Is that it?
Well,
that's not it, but it's close. I'll show you. Jay. It won't take but a minute to find it.
This one too.
Is
that
one? There you go.
Yep. Oh, what are you gonna do? Yep. I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Yep. That's me.
See, I took that as a stone cold admission to what I claimed.
Actually,
that you're a straight ticket Republican voter.
This is the one I'm thinking.
You're wearing a I voted sticker, right? What?
I wore this shirt last when I voted. I put it on today, and I was like, oh, those guys. I think they believed me when I said I voted, but it's still not. So I'm gonna leave it just to prove to you guys that I did in fact go somewhere and get the sticker.
Holy shit! There's vampiric emojis.
Oh hell yeah! There's
everything
tons of
in here, huh?
So that's the one I was thinking of. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see it there?
The black one.
I would have used the black one. Yeah. Anyways.
Well, you didn't say that. You didn't spell that out, so I didn't know.
Not like you doing Black Fist, Black Thumbs Up. I don't know why that's necessary, but you did. But anyway.
Hey, everybody, you have an annual physical to make sure that you're healthy. What do you do each year to make sure that you remain financially fit? Our friend Mark Leibovitz at LPL Financial specializes in thoughtful and objective investment guidance designed to keep your finances in shape. So call Mark today, 248-626-2000. Ask for Mark.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Let's take a quick break. Dude, I have so much shit that we should talk about and videos that are funny that you and E have both emailed me like, hey, did you see this story? They're fucking great. We've got to none of them because we're just doing shenanigans. This has been a show of shenanigans.
It really has.
I mean, we spent needed and necessary time on Alec, obviously from the Shriners, but Marisa and D-Mac and E's dancing. I mean,
shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Show of shenanigans. So we'll take a quick break and we'll try to fix that coming up next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. And really quickly, I wanted to just discuss some rules really quick. I just want to be clear about the Darren McCarty jersey up for auction. Because you said anybody that donates $25 or more gets their name thrown into a hat. You'll draw, you'll Facebook Live it, and the winner will get this beautiful, stitched-on Red Wings jersey with McCarty's autograph. It's great autograph. So, a couple quick questions, and I don't mean to put you on the spot, but if someone donates $25 and then an hour later donates $25 and an hour later donates $25, will they get three?
Yeah, that's like
names?
buying 3 entries into a 50-50. I mean, more you do it, the more you'll have a chance.
What if someone does a $10 donation and then a $10 donation and then a $10 donation?
No, it has to be
25 or
25 and solid and one. I don't know why someone would want to do that.
No,
but
I don't either. But if someone, you know what I mean, like I don't know. I just
maybe
want
they
to be clear.
like found $10 on the street.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
$10 more.
I can donate it. Now I'm officially in the raffle. I just want to be very clear that if someone, I don't want people crying afterwards going, dude, I donated $30. Why wasn't my name in the drawing?
Oh, and I know it would be a bummer, but to be clear for people, it's donations that start now and going forward. So
so all
till
those
Friday
people
at
that
midnight.
donated before.
Oh. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's a promotion.
It's a promotion.
It's a promotion.
Sales don't last forever. They don't just sit there and say all of a sudden you don't have a car.
Bullshit, buy one get one. Get your BOGO.
If Steve Gabar had a car for sale, you can't go back and get your Boo 4, at deals right now. So, oh well.
This is Mike Lindell. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're coming through loud and clear, pal. We got to call him soon.
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
My wife's really going to be upset about this.
My wife's really going to be upset about this.
His wife would be upset about him possibly getting his head chopped off on their trip down to Mexico while he's trying to buy drugs.
I'm looking for some drugs here. I could care less what you guys have going on between you two.
God, that story about the ducks, I tell you.
The ducks' warmth actually saved my life because I passed out in the snow.
Passed out
in the snow. Oh, great man. I love these stories. I feel so bad for these people. He sent me this story, I don't know, last Thursday or something. We just never got around to it, but I think it's worth mentioning. It's this Florida psychologist who has compared homosexuality to obsessive compulsive disorder, and he's one of these guys that can do therapy to convert gay conversion therapy.
Gotcha, yeah.
One of these.
I ain't gay no more.
Yeah, I ain't gay no more. I don't wear women's purse no more.
Yeah.
One of those things where he can.
like women's.
He can sit down if you're someone that's like all I can do is dream about cock all day. Come in, sit down, and he'll talk you out of that dream, and stuff, and fix you. And which is fine if he, whatever, you're doing your thing, man. But when hypocrisy hits,
oh no.
Yeah, and you're found to be just all over.
Oh, is the whole basis of this? It's a religious thing. So the psychologist is
probably isn't that usually what it's based in? That people's hangups with that. It's usually religious.
Well,
based,
how
right?
is it hypocrisy if not?
Well, Norman Goldwasser. So
because you could presume you could be gay and still offer this service, this magical service you have to gay people who don't want to be gay no more.
And there are groups out there that are keeping tabs on some of these things because it can be dangerous to people's mental health. It can be, you're paying money for this service that has been debunked by most people have debunked this shit. Like, dude, you're not going to send a kid to a camp who likes cock and make him not like cock anymore. It just doesn't work like that. And so Norman is. They found that Norman's all over these homo websites. He's got very specific interests, and his screen name now Norman Goldwasser. It sounds like a banker. Norman's working on Wall Street.
Sure.
Things like that. But if you were looking for him online, you might find him under Hot and Harry 72.
Oh God.
Yeah. He likes to meet men on Manhunt.
Hot and Harry.
Gay Bear Nation. I didn't know Gay Bear Nation was still around, but they are doing well, I guess. He's got a Manhunt profile, includes several nude images that appear to be of him and lists a number of interests, including dating, kissing, married men, massage, and a series of more explicit ones. But when they said a series of more explicit ones, it was in that different shade of blue where you can click on it and if you need to know. And I was like, yeah, I want to click on the hyperlink because kissing is cute, married men cute. But I
did it have a nice fat SFFW or NSFW? Did it have that? Because those are always the best, where you're like, yeah, I want to see that right there.
It's all it said was a series of more explicit activities. And so I was like, oh, okay. And so I clicked on that. And so this is done by an advocacy group called Truth Wins Out. And so they're looking for hypocrisy. The guy that is staunchly against gay marriage, but then he's, in the Minnesota airport bathroom, tapping the floor.
Doing the double tap.
Just trying to get fucking glory holes going.
Well, how much hypocrisy is really here, though? Do we know what Norman's stated stance on this was before?
Let me just explain.
I understand he's offering
that service that he's also into, just in case you're on, if you're searching.
But this could be irrelevant, incompetent, and immaterial if the dude wasn't staunchly against gays before.
Right. I think you'll find that Norman is in the wrong here. I'll give you some more details, but if you were wondering what Hot and Harry 72 is also into, it's sucking, jerking off, fuck buddies. He also explains that, they've got stats, I'm 5'7", this and that. Cock 6.5 cut. So if that's your thing, he's got that for you. So it's
if you're listed as that, isn't it really 5.5?
Probably. Yeah. Nobody's gonna. Well, would someone sandbag on a details of because dude, I mean, it's a balls move, but if you get in the room and it's like, I thought you were 5.5 clipped and you're 6.5 clipped, what a pleasant surprise.
It's not a balls move. By definition, it's a dick move, Mike. Yeah. I don't think you pull that shit.
Good point. So, well, who's going to, honestly, who's going to card you on that?
It's going to have to be.
What I mean? No one's going to bring a ruler just to make sure
it'd be like
that Hot and Harry 72 is every fucking bit of 6.5 cut,
I have a feeling guys in this business, in this area, I'm not saying they pull out a ruler, but they know, just like a good soccer referee can just march off 10 yards.
Yeah, true.
They don't have to measure it out and 1, 2, 3 and count it out. They just march there.
It's second nature to them. They
know, these gentlemen.
They know what 6 versus 6.5 looks like. So anyway, Wayne Besson is the founder of Truth Wins Out and author of a book, Anything But Straight, Unmasking the Scandals and Lies Behind the Ex-Gay Myth. And his organization was alerted to this profile by someone who claimed to have been one of the licensed psychologist's former gay conversion therapy patients. After receiving the tip, he created a fake profile for Brandon. Yeah, there you go.
I love to read that, the intos. Dude, does it even need to be said that you're into fucking or massage or jerking off? I mean,
well, I
just
like
in case there was
that one of the stats on there is HIV. Negative, proudly negative. And then you can see sucking, jerking off, fuck buddy, all those things at the bottom. So this guy creates a fake profile for Brandon and reaches out trying to connect with Hot and Harry 72. And Goldwater then offered to meet with Brandon at a Fort Lauderdale motel room. He even revealed that there was, at this point he reveals there is no Brandon, confronts Goldwasser about his promotion of gay conversion therapy. He initially tried to deny it was him on the gay hookup apps. I promptly texted the manhunt screenshot. He then called me and confessed, begging for mercy. NBC News contacted Goldwasser to inquire about his views on homosexuality, gay conversion therapy, and his dating profiles. He responded with an email. The fact that this story and others have been brought to the public is incredibly painful, but will become a catalyst for me seeking the right help for myself. It is sad that despite the fact that I have been able to help many people over the years who have suffered from the effects of child sex abuse and sex addiction, I obviously was unable to help myself. There's no justification for my personal behavior. I deeply regret the pain I've caused people in my life. Besson explained the organization does not engage in outing of people participating in ex-gay programs unless there is overwhelming hypocrisy, exchange of commerce, and the threat of harm to youthful LGBT in the community.
There he is. Loves his arms, by the way.
Yeah,
loves his arms, dude.
What do you think, Jay? I mean, you know what a good body looks like. It's not a bad start, but is it?
I'd say he's hot and hairy.
Yeah, you think so?
Because if you look at the look at the other, look at that post. He loves his arms.
His biceps in there. This guy's just he wants to bathe in cock and swim in seminal fluid, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he just does.
Look at these shots.
Yeah, chest.
It's kind of a barrel chest, but there's still kind of a 60 pack there.
You can't zoom in.
Oh, you can't.
I can do this here.
He knows exactly what he's able to do with the Hot and Harry 72 profile.
Shit, that's all. That's all I can really do. Just see it like that.
So hot.
Besson explained that the organization doesn't engage in outing them. Blah blah blah. He says Goldwasser's outing passes all 3 tests. He can't claim his personal life is none of our business when trying to cure LGBT people in his business. gay conversion therapy, ex-gay therapy, or reparative therapy. Attempts to change a person's orientation or gender identity has widely been discredited by medical and mental health associates. Approximately 700,000 lesbian, gay, bi, trans adults have undergone conversion therapy at some point in their lives. And a profile on Psychology Today that claims to be Goldwasser states that he has extensively worked with a variety of trauma-related challenges such as personality disorders, especially narcissism, about himself, narcissism, OCD, and other anxiety disorders, mood disorders, relationship difficulties, and lastly, unwanted bisexuality. So that's his thing. It's like I just feel kind of bad for the guy. It's like, dude, like the signs are all pointing one way. Like this dude it's undeniable. He loves cock. He can try to play the bisexual game, but he's so ashamed of the fact that that's what he is and what he wants. It's like, I've worked so extensively on myself, and I just have to sit on a dick. I'm sorry.
It's always the same and always different. There's always a bunch of naked guys having a wonderful time together.
Hey, everybody. Check out the DetroitCast listener business page. It's a page under the Help the Show tab on our website, which is DetroitCast.com. Page includes businesses owned by listeners. Take a look. It'd be great for you to support fellow listeners who support the show. And this week's featured listing is none other than PC Solutions. Get on the A train. PC Solutions is Michigan's premier managed IT service provider. They're experts in their field, so you can be an expert in yours. Mention TDC for a free site evaluation.
I know, Jay. I think one of your outside of family, one of your favorite things in the world is watching people fall down.
I do.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
It's some people like watching highlights of sports or animals in the wild. Your thing is really bears walking on their hind legs and people falling.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to bring this to you. This happened in, I believe, China yesterday. A woman walking on the sidewalk. We've all done that.
Is this the sinkhole?
Yeah. She's here 1 minute and gone the next.
Incredible that these things exist.
9.8 feet deep.
Yeah.
And dude, how shocking would that be? Did you just walking down a simple cement sidewalk?
Dude, imagine what it's like when you the stairs and you just that time where you somehow misplace how much stairs it is and you kind of. Dude, you feel like you're gonna have a heart attack sometimes. At least I do. I'll be like,
muscle memory is just taking over. You're loping down the stairs. Yep.
Yeah. I tripped walking up the stairs the other day.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Yeah, I've done that too. You just pray for carpeted stairs at that point, the difference in wiping out on stairs that are carpeted versus wood or vinyl.
Right.
Yeah. It's just incredible. Anyway, let's watch her.
Oh man.
Let's see. I don't know if she did anything wrong. They haven't identified her, so I don't know what her name is, but. Everything's fine. Well, no, it's not. Whoa.
So crazy, dude.
Look at that pattern.
Yeah, it's the bricks, man.
Is it bricks? Yeah. It's beautiful.
It is.
That head
sort of
hits
Tetris-like, right?
Yeah, very much. Boy, oh boy, that head hits pretty
This actually
hard.
goes to a video of her. She's down there.
I mean, you may as well be hit in the back of the head by a Brazilian tire.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You wouldn't be more surprised than you were by that.
Look at it, poops down in the hole.
It's amazing. Look at the timing. Like the universe is just like, yep, swallowing you up.
Yeah, a few more feet, she was fine.
It's time for you to hit international news.
I love it,
Wham.
man. I love it.
Some guy comes by. He's riding a motorcycle. He takes off his helmet. He's like,
"In case of foreign debris, put this in,"
and throws his helmet down to her.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's in this. I don't know how long this one goes.
And this is one of the great benefits of all these smartphones being all over the world.
Absolutely.
The influx of knowledge that these things exist, these sinkholes.
Yeah.
Before this, did you have any idea?
No.
You'd hear about, oh yeah, there's a hole that they're working on the sewer system or whatever, but
it's usually in
you never
Florida,
get a sense. You never had a sense that these things
Yeah.
really, they just open up like that. But now that everybody's filming everything, it's like, fuck, man.
It's going on everywhere.
Remember early on doing the show, it was that Corvette
Yeah. I was
museum?
just going to say, we
And
lost
just
some
the bottom
classic
drops out right under a Corvette museum.
Yeah.
Vintage vets. Just
like 40 of them.
Bizarre.
Yeah, it was crazy. And to your point, Jay, for years, I don't think anyone in this room, if they're being honest, knew how many times escalators attacked humans.
No.
Like, we just didn't know that was a thing. We've ridden thousands of escalators. They've been cool. None of them have ever just like, oh, I'm just going to ramp it up to 1,000 miles an hour for no reason.
If you had to quickly list the things that we've educated people on,
Yeah.
sinkholes, escalator deaths, and toiks. We
And
had
falling
no idea.
trees.
Falling trees. Yeah. I mean,
falling
that's
trees is the biggest one to me.
Yeah, heads up. Locate. Step to the side. Everyone okay? Locate. Step to the side. And roll. We can't leave roll out. Roll was a big one for us too. But I watched that video, and obviously thoughts and prayers to her and her family and all that. Speedy recovery.
I love it.
But I immediately just go, okay, that means we've got to watch, Kelsey Grammer fall down. We've got to watch the Cuban President Castro, which might be the greatest video ever.
Where he falls down the stairs, going toward his seat, right?
And you just know there were members of his cabinet that were murdered later that night because of that incident. Kelsey Grammer, just the smugness.
It's a small world, pretending I was a UN interpreter.
Oh, good Lord. That's my favorite part. Lord.
So pissed. He is so pissed.
I think I'm...
Awesome, man.
I need to hear the good Lord again, dude.
It's a small world, pretending I was a UN interpreter. Good Lord.
He's on the screen, now he's not. The best thing is it's the air of smugness of pretending I was a UN ambassador, and then
one hand in the pocket, just strolling along.
The gait is smug.
Absolutely.
The tilt of the head is smug. The way he delivers the line is smug.
I mean, just look at him. Is there anything more smug than talking and having that hand? How he has
It's a riot. It's a small world, and I was pretending to be an ambassador to the UN, and then it's like, if we pause it, we can literally see the moment the smugness releases from his body, right?
I'm gonna try. Oh shit! Here,
as he starts falling, it's like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, dang it, you
had it. You had it.
I know. Fuck.
It's like the soul leaving a body and going to heaven.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get it.
The smug release.
Oh fuck!
It's hard to catch. It's hard to catch, but you can just see it, and it is like a.
It's
starting right there.
Right, it's kind of there.
You can just see it towards the back of that hair.
I think it really sets in when the right arm starts to go up and catch me, I'm falling.
Small world, pretending I was a UN interpreter.
It's where the smugness is still there right now.
I know.
It's when his brain realizes, and it takes a few milliseconds.
World, pretending I was a UN interpreter.
Oh fuck!
It's when his brain finally computes that oh shit, I'm going down and it's out of my control. The next 30
gravity,
seconds.
Man. Fucking gravity.
It's like the world was just watching from above, going,
I'm gonna try one more time.
I can't take this smugness for one more second.
UN interpreter.
Him in his pocket square.
I know.
And he starts to fall. Smugness is still intact, and then it's like, oh, good Lord! Like what? Right then, you can see it release. From
Thank God he was on mic, dude. Thank God he was mic'd up.
Yeah.
It would have been a funny video, no question. But having the good Lord,
oh shit, good Lord. Oh, and at that moment, the face can't be more beet red. The humility.
He's doing everything to restrain himself from going off on the people.
I mean, he's Kelsey Grammer, dude.
Right?
Yes,
he's a thespian.
You have provided me a faulty stage
on
which to work.
And I immediately think of Mike Clark's father and his famous quote. You think your farts don't, or you think your shit don't stink, but your farts betray you. And it's like, yeah, that guy thought his shit didn't stink, and his farts betrayed him in that moment. He went from smug, look at me, I'm lecturing right now, to, oh, good Lord, humiliation in an instant.
Not for Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah. It probably took a while to get over that. I'm just telling you.
So here's Fidel. He's kicking some knowledge behind a podium.
Is it Fidel Castro? It is Fidel. Yeah.
Takes a little sip of water, a little agua.
Yep.
I didn't know there was a dip here.
Oh, look at the people.
Wow.
Rush. Water. Look at the pinky.
The pinky out.
Pinky up. I am a smug motherfucker. I'm in army fatigues for some reason.
Yep. I've got medals that no one's ever seen before. No. And then,
Whoa!
What a terrible lander.
Yeah. By the way, is he guilty of taking too big of steps when he walks? I think this could have been avoided if he just had a normal gait, but I think his stepping is too long. Could be wrong, but
well, I mean, he's a
dictatorial type gait.
Is he a long stepper?
Yeah, he is.
Back it up, E. I don't know if there's any smugness to that, but
would you have less respect for this as a leader based on not the fall, but how he
pretty bad.
handles the fall? is pretty bad.
There's no way you can listen to him on policies going forward and take him seriously.
He
No
can't
way.
break his own fall.
No.
I can't believe he didn't get a concussion.
Yeah, doesn't get his hands up.
I mean, that is
How does he still own teeth?
I don't know.
That was a face plant, man.
Like, there's one way to survive this.
Look at this fight. Everyone's got to make sure they maybe can touch just a little bit of him so they know I helped him up.
The only survivable, the only potentially survivable
slow motion, nice
thing here.
That's terrible.
He can't. If he was agile and quick enough in that moment to tuck, roll, and then pop back up,
right?
You know, maybe flash some jazz hands or something, like meant to do that the whole time.
Look at this.
Or I've always thought the move would be to quick break dance. You know, do the spin, just do that helicopter move.
Dude, there's no way the worm is going to help you out of that moment.
I think
He's
it
going to
would.
bust into the
I think
robot? It would help, but I think we would all go, dude, you did not plan to break dance right there. You were trying to take.
All of a sudden, he just winds up in helicopters.
That would be the greatest moment of subject changing ever.
Dude, implant that in your brain. If I ever fall, I'm just going to helicopter.
Just going into spin.
And dude, and you'll, if you practice that every day, if I fall, I'm going to helicopter. And when you do, you'll be ready.
Oh, E had this like a week or two ago about Paula Abdul falling off stage.
I've never seen this.
Yeah, this was probably 2 weeks ago, but still, nothing wrong with that.
No, shit. Fidel's been dead for a year.
I'm forever your girl. Oh boy, she's just stop, Paula. Stop.
Just stop.
No, you're going too far.
Yeah. Boy, it is.
I love it, man. I love it.
Oh! You might be able to pause that
There's
one.
no
actually.
stage there.
If I can get to
Just 1 foot goes right off.
Dude,
Oh.
it is remarkable when.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, look at her ego and smugness right there.
It's
You can see
gone.
it. You can see it right there.
It's flying out of her.
Flying
Yeah.
out of her. It's
It
gone.
doesn't matter that she was an American Idol judge. It doesn't matter she has all these songs. Now she's just a human who fell off a
Gravity
stage.
takes over.
Yeah.
Gravity wins.
And isn't it remarkable where because your body, most of you is still on the stage. When that first step goes to air, there's no surviving it.
No.
You
You
cannot
can't shift your weight back.
You can't halt.
You're not in the Matrix.
Your foot hits gravity and air. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. You could have 90% of your weight, your balancing, your weight is back here safely on the stage. 10% goes off the cliff. You're going over the
Now,
cliff.
we have seen Wile E. Coyote defy it for moments, but he always falls.
Yeah.
He defies it for a short 3 seconds or so.
I've seen him be able to quickly run back.
Have you?
Yeah, he has. Run back to
I've
safety.
not
But
seen
it's usually what happens, though, when he gets back to the cliff tip breaks off and he goes
True.
down. So
Gets him either way.
he gets screwed either way. But, I can't think of another example of a human being outside of Mr. Coyote who's able to pull that move successfully,
Me either.
It's, oh, God, falling.
You got
is
another
hard.
one, E?
Oh, no, that's it, unfortunately.
Can I just see the tire to the head really quick? Because
shit. Okay.
that falls into the falling. I mean, he technically fell, right?
I love it. While you find that, this Hamlin Pub just rolled out a new menu last month. So try their new culinary creations, which include Southwest Cobb salad, candied Brussels sprouts, Korean steak tacos, chicken share, or the big brisket sandwich, or start your day with an award-winning backyard Bloody Mary.
Very good.
Fuck.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. Oh God.
If someone can
always
present
time
a
for
good
this.
reason for us not to watch this video,
Here they come. They're walking
Say it
along,
now.
and the universe is about to send a. Here
There
it
comes. There's the
very
mouse.
big message. Heads up. Heads up.
It's just fucking tire in the back. It's just right
The
here.
lead up is so beautiful.
This
Sir,
Hey, sir, stop.
sir,
Just stop where you are, sir. Stop.
It's
Sir.
coming.
Why is it that grown men who have watched this video 300 times
that truck has to pass at the right time.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
Pause it. Back it up, E. Back it up. Back it up.
Okay.
It's the
Hold on.
best thing on the internet.
Hold on.
It is
Hold
the
on.
best.
Hold on. I'm gonna have E play this video, and I want everyone in the room to try not to laugh at this video.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's a tall order.
Here,
Sorry.
here comes the tire, and
The problem is I already know what's coming, and I can't even.
no.
It's
Look.
not. It's not possible to watch that video I don't know what part is my favorite.
It's such a
tire.
long
There's
lead
like
up.
10 things that are my favorite, dude. Like there's 10 probably.
I just noticed something new too. I just picked up something new. Back it up just a second.
Okay.
He does look to the right to notice this van and then turns his head back right at the moment.
Is that
So
right?
he's
Okay.
dotted
See,
right.
I'm always watching the tire at this
Yeah,
point. I guess I've
it's
never
hard
really
not
watched
to.
it.
So what is he? He looks up at this van. You're
I think
saying?
he notices that because
To make sure it's not pulling out.
we all agree that anything goes off here, he should be dead. Something about the way that tire hits his head, like in the perfect spot, saved his life. And so if he doesn't turn his head back to where it is, he gets hit in a different spot in the head.
Yeah.
He's definitely dead.
So you're saying he's looking at this
I
minivan.
think he
and
turns his
He
head
takes a
head
glance, brings it back just in time.
to get dotted.
The energy
perfectly.
he takes out of that tire is just.
It was gonna break a
amazing.
window.
This thing's going 90. I
Here
mean,
we go. Here it comes.
Looks over there, back.
you're
boom.
right, dude.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He doesn't look back right at that moment. He might be dead.
He might be.
We might be laughing at a
Guy getting the
snuff video.
tire.
And
Look.
back it up too, because see if you can pause it right when he gets dotted, and it's the.
Wait, shoot.
Oh boy, it's just.
His head is closer to the ground than his feet immediately. Look, great pause, E. Great pause. Great pause.
It's like when they show a cheetah running and all four of his limbs are off
Yes.
the ground.
You got it, E. You got it.
You nailed it. And look at the inertia taken off that tire.
I know.
It's if it doesn't shatter two windows, it's definitely shattering a plate glass window.
She hasn't even registered that the thing is hit.
He looks like a
anyone yet.
dolphin coming out of the water.
Yeah.
That's what he looks like, dude. Like when the dolphins are coming
Yeah.
out of the water.
And I love there's so much to take in because some guy wants to stop really quick. And this guy here jumps up
Yep.
and runs away scared.
Yep.
And then he
Starts to
comes
leave.
back. He starts to leave and comes back. It's the perfect
Yeah,
video.
that guy's a ne'er-do-well because his first thought was, I got to get the fuck. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
He's so used to being accused of
Oh,
shit in the moment.
Now, that is the best thing on the internet. And I say that knowing full well there are a lot of boobs on the internet.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that's fair. I think even great people who possess tremendous boobs with images on the internet would agree. My tits are great, but that is greater.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Wow.
Great pause.
Keep in mind, it's the 12-second mark is the pause time
okay.
on that official
Okay.
video
Okay.
for future reference. Because I have a feeling this is not the last time we'll watch that video. Just a guess.
Just a guess.
Just a guess.
Hey, everybody, if you want to write in the show, send us your thoughts to email at DetroitCast.com, similar to what James did regarding dentists. Mike, you absolutely need to price out your dentist, says James. I've been blessed with good dental history so far, but have come across, gross, many rip-off artist dental practices. A few signs you're about to pay too much, : how much unnecessary modern technology does your dentist have? If they have the latest everything and equipment and too many luxuries to offer you during your procedure, they have too much overhead and will pass their bills on to you. Second, are they telling you things about your teeth that don't match your dental history? If so, turn it all down to see how they react and run and never go back if they take offense to your second guessing them.
What would that? I don't know what that would mean. Like if it doesn't line up with my history.
Are they telling you things about your teeth that don't match your dental history? Are they trying to bamboozle you with, I don't know.
Well, if it was like, yeah, well, you need teeth whitening gel and this, I'm like, okay, but if they're like, I mean, who am I to say?
They're not good enough to know what's been done to that bicuspid.
Yeah.
And they're looking at it and they're like, oh, looks like here you got had a simple chip here. They redid it, and then you got a cavity back here. If you're like, fuck you, I've never had it chipped and redone. Get the fuck out of there.
Okay, well, yeah, I've never been. They've never tried that kind of. I mean.
Lastly, he says, in your case, I would go to one of the university dental schools. I never thought of this, to get your teeth worked on. Sort of like going to a.
You're suggesting an amateur?
Yeah. Well, you know how you can go to like a cosmetology school?
Sure.
Not
and
a Russian astronaut school. Right. Yeah, and have them cut your hair, right?
Yeah.
Or a pretend masseuse, like they're in training,
Boy, oh boy, putting your teeth in an amateur's hands, that seems dangerous. Like, for example, my dad has a friend who lives in New York City. He lives in Manhattan, and he loves
New York City.
He loves the theater. He loves he loves the symphony. But he is cheap. What are you laughing at?
just how Jay just did like a Hank Hill kind of or something, or Beavis and Butthead, or
dude, I think there was a commercial that's been stuck in it's wormed into my brain. New York City, a bunch of cowboys sitting around a fire.
Gotcha.
Maybe.
It stood out to me as almost like a Hank Hill or something.
I was willing to let it pass. I was willing to let it pass, but thank you for stopping it.
You just said New York, and then all of a sudden Jay just chimes in with this. In the middle of your sentence, New York City.
He's grabbing the ball when he sees a hole. He grabs a ball and he does his job. He fills the hole.
I gave him the props based on via my laugh.
He saw a gap that opened up in the B hole and he filled it.
I did.
So, anyways, my dad's friend lives in New York and he loves the theater and the arts.
Oh,
and he loves symphony. Yeah, and my dad loves all this shit too, and they love going to the symphony and stuff. But it can be outrageously expensive. However, this guy knows he's cheap and he's well off too, and he's cheap as shit. And so he, like, your parents figured out the loophole. If I hold the flashlight,
yes,
I get to go
ushers at the Fisher.
Yeah, I can usher at the Fisher and then watch Take It In.
Right.
I've beat the system.
Might not be able to sit together, but
this guy knows. Okay, if I go see the New York Philharmonic, it's going to cost me. However, Juilliard students
the
put
JV
on
team
3 shows all over, and they're spectacular. He's like, dude, these guys are second tier, but very, very good professionals. And so he'll go and he knows where all the music schools like Juilliard are performing in the park for free.
Yeah, that's great.
They go to those and they're
quality.
Free. Yeah, they need to work in front of a live audience.
Well, when E and I take in Shakespeare, like we did last couple years ago now, we have to do that again.
I keep saying
we saw the 12th Night down at Wayne State University, and we were very impressed by the quality of Thespian.
Yeah, and that's how
it's a great production. Wouldn't you agree?
I would.
I don't remember why we brought that, what we were talking about that brought it up. It was the last guy's email about shopping for cheap. So my point being, to my own point,
they're overseen.
Well, going to an amateur dentist is like, oh God, I'm putting my dental work and future in the hands of an absolute amateur versus like, okay, if I go take in a free music event with Juilliard students,
can't hurt you, right?
And it stinks, and you
you
it's
can
like
leave
that
or yell boo, or
that viola player doesn't belong there at all. That guy's out of fucking class. He doesn't it didn't hurt me personally, physically.
Viola, whatever.
It stole a bit of time from me.
No, you're
but
right,
nothing
dude.
More.
But what if it costs you 10% of what a licensed dentist?
Yeah, I see what you're doing, but it's like, dude, one slip up, one like wrong diagnosis, and they're drilling a healthy tooth out.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
I don't know. I mean, do they do that though? Could I go down there and get okay, if it's a teeth cleaning?
I know U of D has a big dentistry school.
I don't mind them if I want to go sit down for them and they want to brush my teeth, the
teeth cleaning, that'd be perfect.
That's
right?
fine. But if we're talking, bicuspid work or bridges, crowns,
incisors, molders, wisdom teeth.
Yeah.
Thank you to people who just donate cash every now and then. And you can do that at DetroitCast.com. There's a donate button.
Sure.
Similar to like Jason did. And you can put a little note as to what you want it to go for, and he provides $75 out of the blue. Jason, thank you so much. He says, for Miguel's gallbladder, get well soon. This leads me to believe he may be thinking he's paying for your gallbladder. And I'm going to tell you, Jason, he's eating the son of a bitch, okay? He is going to eat it. It's in the freezer upstairs.
Yeah.
And so for $75, you think you're going to get Mike Walters' gallbladder?
Well, is he suggesting Mike obviously is going to buy himself a new gallbladder? Here's $75 towards that.
Boy, it's hard to say.
Because I didn't even know that was an option. I will kill someone for their gallbladder.
Yeah, pooping is tough. Huh?
Oh, it's tough. It stinks. It's like I take a bite of food, 1, 2, 3, shit your pants.
Oh man.
Yeah, so it's very, very tough. And so if I can buy a black market gallbladder, I will, for sure.
We'll save the rest for tomorrow.
Very good. Maybe we'll get to some news tomorrow. I know you're dying to talk about the recount vote from the midterms in Florida.
Yeah. Got some hanging chads doing
Jay is just like, when we get off the air today, Jay is going to be like, it's going to be 2.5 hours of talking my ear off about what's going on down there. And so maybe we can
the
bring
governor's race in Georgia. My God, there's so much to talk about, Mike.
Well, there is one aspect to that story that I read and I was very disturbed with, and maybe we can address it tomorrow. And it's Jeb Bush made comment talking about Governor made a reference to this. This isn't the first time we've seen this out of Florida elections, especially in this area, and it is filled with corruption and misfeasance.
Misfeasance.
Have you ever heard of misfeasance?
See if
You're familiar with Mal, right?
Oh, I'm very familiar with malfeasance.
Yeah.
Misfeasance.
Misfeasance.
It's a fucking word, dude.
Get out of here.
Misfeasance, a transgression, especially the wrongful exercise of lawful authority. It's perfectly used.
Well, I mean, the one thing is Jeb
misfeasance.
may be low energy, but he's not a dumb guy.
Yeah.
That's true. I've just never heard someone with the balls to pull out misfeasance when Mal is sitting right there.
Malfeasance, wrongdoing, especially by a public official. Wow,
it fits like a glove
it's
too.
Almost interchangeable.
We need to eliminate one of those words. This is getting confusing.
Get rid of miss.
You think so?
Hell yeah,
dude.
Mal's the best.
You're an original. If you start using misfeasance going forward and challenging people who question you out, going, dude, do you mean malfeasance?
But Jeb just used it.
I know people forget. No one's ever using misfeasance again. You use it going forward. I guarantee you'll be challenged on it, and you can look like you can be that smug dick you love to be.
Yeah.
Going, Bing it.
Like when I
Go ahead, Dick.
when I spell out a description of my emojis.
Very good.
I could be that guy.
Well, I guess we won't have to discuss this tomorrow because we sort of just did it now.
I think we handled it.
Anyway, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Listen, sugar.